I am a man upon the land, and I am a selkie in the sea. And when I'm far and far from land, my home it is on Sule Skerry. Hello and welcome to episode 25 of A Year in Folk Song. This week I'm responding to a long overdue request for the Great Selkie of Sule Skerry, also known as the Grey Selkie or Silkie. Selkies or silkies are mythical creatures that are seals in the sea and men when they come out onto land. They're shape-shifting creatures that are shared in the folk mythology of all of the Nordic countries and Great Britain as well, particularly in Scottish folk traditions. And they can't live on land as men fully, hence why this the Silkie in the story has this child on land and then comes to claim him in the longer version 7 years later. There's an interesting theory that this is based in the truth of the Viking travellers coming across the North Sea wearing seal skins in their boats for their waterproofing qualities, and then removing the seal skins, laying them out to dry on the rocks and becoming men, as it were, when they changed. I think it's wonderful when there's a basis in truth in these stories and then you see the creative imagination of storytelling turning it into something magical. I've been listening to a few different versions to get some inspiration this week, in particular June Tabor and Nancy Kerr's versions, which I'll put links to in the description. And I can also highly recommend Maz O'Connor's version from her first album, The Willowed Light, which has a very different take on it, a different harmony and melody, and has a kind of Eastern, kind of Phrygian tonality for the modal harmony nerds. Last but not least, we can have a quick geography lesson of the Scottish Islands. The first that gets a mention is the Isle of Hoy, which is the southernmost of the main Orkney Islands. And secondly is Sule Skerry, an isolated piece of rock that's only about a square kilometre, I think, west of Hoy, as the song lyric says, and about 40 kilometres north of the Scottish mainland. And it can lay claim to having had the most isolated manned lighthouse. It had a manned lighthouse, I think, for about 100 years, until it was automated in the late 80s or early 90s, I think. So this has been a fun, interesting one I've been meaning to do for a long time. Thank you very much, Amy, for requesting it, and I hope you enjoy. This is the Great Selkie of Sule Skerry. In Norway there lived a maid, a lullaby sweetly she sings. Oh, little know I my babe's father, far less the sea that he dwells in. Oh, woe is me, this weary fate, this weary fate that's laid on me, that a man should come from the west of Hoy and father him a child on me. He came one night unto her bed, and a grumly guest I'm sure was he, saying, here I am your bairn's father, although I be not so comely. I am a man upon the land, and I am a selkie in the sea. And when I'm far and far from land, my home it is on Sule Skerry. It shall come to pass on a summer's day, when the sun shines down on every stain, that I will take my own wee son and teach him to swim all in the foam. And you will marry a gunner proud, and a proud good gunner I'm sure he'll be. But he'll go out one May morning, and he'll shoot my young son and me. In Norway there lived a maid, na lullaby she once did sing. Oh, little I knew my Grey Selkie, far less the sea in once he swam.